Okay, good evening. Welcome to the Sporty Spotlight podcast. I'm your host, Ralph Bacon, joined by Daniel. So, yeah, plenty to get through tonight. Hang on, wait a minute. Is my image still there? Yeah, it looks okay. You just can't see it on the screen. Okay, it should be fine.
Alright.
Yeah. So sorry about that. Right. So plenty to get through tonight. First of all, something that you told me earlier today that I found quite shocking. So Neil Harris has stood down from his post as Millwall head coach, and he'll be doing his last game on Saturday against Borough, right? Against Middlesbrough. That'll be his last game.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
We've already played.
So yeah, do you think it was going to be either that way, or eventually it was just going to get to the point where he's going to get sacked?
Neither. Just thought he was just going to stay around. Maybe till about April, May, then maybe step down. Hang on, sorry.
So yeah, that's worth. Yeah, of course, Millwall are in a bit of a weird position at the moment. They've sort of they've done well against top teams. You know, they beat Burnley, they beat Leeds, drew to Sunderland, and I think they're in the top 10. Like they're around the top 10 area. So yeah, worth
Sorry about
talking about that. That's okay. I was just saying that Millwall, you lot are in a bit of a. Yeah. You good?
I'm now proper on the table now. I feel like a chairman.
Hey, wonderful.
I'm good.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
What was I saying?
Yeah, I was. We were saying talking about Harris potentially, like him getting sacked, or was it gonna be this way, or is this gonna work out for the best potentially?
It can do, but then there's always a downside because our team. Well, if I'm being honest, it's not. I wouldn't say it's championship level. I say there are 3 players that are top level for the championship. SC, Tanganga, Cooper. They're clearly the best in our squad by a country mile. Lucas Jensen, may I just say, very underrated keeper in this league. But Harris leaving is. I think it was bound after he called the fans thickos after the last game.
That's quite funny. That's honestly, I'm sorry, but that's quite funny.
That's funny as West Ham manager to keep Eden not protected.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about that right now if you want. So.
No. Let me talk about.
Yeah, we'll keep on to this.
We got to put the good club in London in the story.
Okay.
So, yeah. But favourites are Steven Schumacher, of course, because I feel like he'd be a pretty good appointment. Mark Robbins would be very good.
Yeah, he would. He'd be brilliant.
Bloomfield from Wickham, because they're obviously flying high at the moment, they're doing.
Yeah.
League, and I think Kevin Muscat was my final guy on the list.
Yeah, to be honest, sorry, my brain doesn't work. Who was the Wickham manager? Bloomfield. Yeah, to be honest, like I think that one might be a bit out of the question because Wickham, they're doing really well in League One this season, and they could very well be promoted. And Richard Kone could potentially be bagging goals in the Championship, either with Wickham or without next season. Anyway, but yeah, Mark Robbins, that's half realistic. Of course, he needs a job right now, and that would be an unbelievable appointment.
Good with a cheap team as well.
Yeah. So we'll get on to the before we get on to the results side of things, we'll get on to a decision that's been made. This is the thing that I told you annoyed me. I haven't told you about it until now. So, Kenny McLean recently just got back from a suspension that he got against Middlesbrough, which was a bit unfair. I think Hayden Hackney did dive. He sort of went down, ran a little bit, and then chose to went down. So he was out for 4 games already, which really took a toll on our form. And now they've done something absolutely ridiculous. So with our 3-0 defeat against QPR, someone's just found some footage which is absolutely ridiculous of basically Kenny McLean next to a QPR player, and the QPR, he sort of like doesn't even. I don't even think he even touches him, and then the QPR player goes to the ground. So this is and then they look at that footage and they think, all right, let's ban him for 4 more games, and now he's out for 4 more games. It's ridiculous. It's a blooming sort of blooming VAR, trying to bring VAR into the Championship, and that was after the game had finished anyway. I'm sorry if I'm getting a bit annoyed, but I'm not happy. I'm ticked.
Karma for Norwich Derby, mate, I think.
Yes, honestly, without McLean, I'd fancy anyone's chances against us. I'd fancy your chances on Boxing Day.
No, I don't fancy chances on Boxing Day.
Really? God. I'm just saying, we're a mess. We ain't got a clue.
Not after Harris is gone, because that defensive stuff definitely got us a result. But
Yeah.
now he's not there since Boxing Day.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's very annoying. But, like, why do you think that it took them so long to pick up on that?
I generally couldn't tell you, football makes no sense sometimes. Like, there's something could go in the click of a finger. That was a really bad click. But then there's some that take forever for no reason. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's outrageous. Really, I'm upset about it because it's just, it wasn't on the day anyway, and also it was right before we had a game tonight, which we got Portsmouth tonight, and then just realising you're going into that game without your unarguably most important player, and I wouldn't mind bloody.
But, you know,
Yeah.
not like he's nothing like, you know, up there Kevin De Bruyne-esque.
No. I'm not trying to compare it to flipping Kevin De Bruyne. No one compares to KDB, honestly, in England anyway. But I'm just saying, like, he's a leader, he's a captain, and you know, I just think that, and he was our best player. He was our player of the season last year, and yeah, just having him out, we just look like a completely different team. It's sort of similar to how we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, like how Man City had Rodri and KDB out at the same time, and yeah, it's just like that.
If key midfielders going out, like I said before, you know, key midfielders going out just changes teams. I know, like, they're not one-man teams, but your midfielders are a very key part of your team, because they're like that. They're like that core. They could be the ones that could be making defensive, depending on how you play them. Like, you play box to box, they could be one moment making a very good defensive display, and then the next moment getting your team to lead to a goal.
Yeah, of course, and you know, I just think it's quite. Yeah, he's just. Look, some of the blimmin' assists that McLean got this season and last season were absolutely ridiculous, and it's as if they're trying to blimmin' portray him as this, like, really like bad guy. Hang on, I've got a picture of him somewhere here, and I'm just going to ask you, does this guy look hard? Does he look hard to you?
Yeah,
God, hang on, right, wait a minute.
Like a Millwall fan, I'll be able to tell.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, right, hang on. Oh, I'm getting no luck here. Whatever. Yeah, I
can't tell you, unfortunately, mate. I can't do that.
Fair enough. Well, we'll move on from that, pal. Okay, so, going on to sort of the results side of things. So, yeah, the El Sacico yesterday, which I had the pleasure of being at. West Ham 2, Wolves 1. So yeah.
I didn't watch that for yours. Just saying.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just because West Ham won, if Wolves did, I would have watched it.
Yeah, of course you would. That's like people. That's like people coming to the best bits on the United stand right after Man United lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought it was a deserved win. It was a rocky win, but a deserved one. I thought the West Ham's high press for the whole game. It took them a very long time to break Wolves down, but eventually, you know, it was the 2 goals from Souček and Bowen. They were always coming, and you know, they were just too hot for Wolves to handle. And also, Somerville as well. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. He was my man of the match personally. He was all over the place, and. Yeah, did you see that basically, so it was right at the end of the game, Mario Leminar and Jared Bowen had a bit of a kerfuffle, to say the least.
I didn't see that. Actually.
Yeah. He was very, very angry, I suppose, about the loss, and also the challenge that Mavropanos made on him that could have potentially led to a penalty. So, yeah. So it has been revealed today that Gary O'Neill's job is safe. So, of course, you know, they called it the El Sacico because either of which would have got sacked who lost. But
what a waste of an El Sacico, you know.
Yeah,
you know, one of them's going to get sacked and he got his job safe.
Yeah, it's bloody ridiculous. But yeah, the matchup that I was really, really hoping to talk to you about, which actually had another contender that I had for goal of the week, even though we've talked about one already. So yeah, blimmin' hell. Did you catch the Spurs-Chelsea game on Sunday?
I saw a tiny bit of it. But
Yeah, honestly, it was
it wasn't all the drama bit. That's more
fair enough. I was in Shinnies in Halesworth watching that, and God, what a game! Honestly, it was absolutely ridiculous, and yeah, God, it's quite insane how Daniel, aka Cole Palmer, is able to he's able to score all those like cold penalties, and like how do you do it?
How do I do it? Chippy chips. That's how I do it. Joking. But
What?
No, Cole Palmer. He's not missed a penalty in his career.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's not taken a lot, but he's now a penalty taker clearly. I mean, I don't really know the way he does it, but all I know is when he gets up to that spot, he has no pressure. He does not feel the pressure.
Nope.
Well said, Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't feel pressure when it comes to him. So, he's just there. He'll take it. No matter the keeper, he's just ready to take it. It feels like confidence really takes his boost.
Mhm. And yeah, to be honest, I've been blown away by how Enzo Maresca has been doing in the Chelsea job. Honestly, completely honestly, I thought that this was not going to end well for him because he'd just come from Leicester, he just won the championship with them, and championship, of course, you don't need to go into depth about how big of a gap it is down from the Prem. But yeah, he's done incredibly. They're 4 points off Liverpool, and they could potentially do it. I know how mad that sounds, but Chelsea could potentially, or they probably won't. It still probably will be Liverpool, but it's quite incredible how Chelsea are doing this right now. It's like, I would have never seen this 2 years ago.
No, you never would have. Like, this team's now crazy scoring goals-wise. And then, remember like 2 years ago, they scored like 1 goal in a month. Conor Gallagher was the only goal that month. And now they've got like crazy goals. But let me just say, Liverpool to win the league? No, we'll have another City thing. They'll go win every game in the second half of the season, unfortunately.
Boring.
I mean, if City doesn't win, I'll be quite happy.
Yeah, of course. Everyone will be quite happy. There'll be pitch invasions all over the country from Blimming. Yeah, there'll be pitch invasions from Arsenal to Port Vale if Man City don't win the league. Then it'll just be like, oh my God, Man City are 1-0 down, and they've lost it. They've lost the league.
I'm gonna go to Port Liverpool now. It's what the City fans will say.
Yep, they will. All the 10-year-olds. Yeah, the other goal that I hoped we could nominate for goal of the week, even though we'll tell you about the first one that we had. We'll mention this one first. I thought that Jadon Sancho deserved a massive shout. Yeah, he is like becoming the player that he really hoped he could be when he was younger now, and like him going to Chelsea, I think that's one of the best moves of his career.
Well, career is maybe a bit much. Dortmund is where he came, but like he's doing well at Chelsea. It's nice to see, because this is what I wanted to see from Jadon Sancho when he joined United. Because when I first saw him join United, I thought, yeah, this guy is the top notch. He would do the stuff, which he could under Solskjaer. Ten Hag used him to complete his role.
Yep.
And Sancho decided OG Fortnite was his way to go this time there. But no, Sancho, I think this is the right move for him. This is the right way to turn his career around, and I won't be shocked if Chelsea go and make a permanent transfer for him in the upcoming window.
Yeah. So the other one for GOTW, probably
Nice abbreviation.
big old wind assist Yeah, Elliot Lee against Burton, scoring directly from a corner. You don't usually see that from a playmaker in League One, and of course, it was incredibly windy. It was windy all over the country, but...
Oh,
God,
yeah, I saw
yeah.
the Millwall commentary. The quarterback was blowing right into this commentary player's face.
Yeah. God. So,
Which was miserable.
yeah, but... Yeah, there's been plenty of so yeah, did you see the there was quite a big upset in the Premier League at the weekend. Yeah, so Crystal
Palace,
Crystal Palace there, they dropped points to Man City, so yeah, it's
drop points to Man City.
Yeah.
This is stuff you'll never hear ever again, guys.
But
this is the only time you'll hear it on this podcast, never again.
Of course. So yeah, it's been a worth talking about as well is, of course, we'll talk about the fixtures that we've got coming up this week. Of course, it's one of those weeks where you've got plenty of Championship, EFL, and European stuff as well.
Yeah.
So at the moment, plenty of the Tuesday night kickoffs have already started in the Championship, and so Luton are currently drawing to Stoke, goals from Carlton Morris and Tom Cannon, and all the other ones.
Why are you telling me it's a 0-0 draw?
Yeah, yeah, all the other ones are 0-0 draws, and yeah, there's Millwall are playing Sheffield United tomorrow. So yeah, that's a yeah, I see this look on your face every time we talk about Millwall. It's like kind of funny yet kind of sad. Yeah. I'm surprised that Norwich haven't conceded against Josh Murphy. Yeah, if I'm being honest. God, honestly, I don't understand why Norwich is just so bad on the road. Because I've seen us play like bloody prime Barca at Carra, and then when we go away from home.
You see one team plays at prime Barca one week, then they don't know how to kick a ball the next.
Yeah. So yeah, plenty of other kickoffs in the Championship tomorrow that haven't gone down yet. So tomorrow, the Midlands derby, West Brom Coventry. So yeah, two teams in very mixed form. So how do you think it's going for? Well, of course, the big news for Coventry. Frank Lampard is now their manager. So how can you sort of see that ending, considering his reputation of managing teams in specifically the Championship? I'm not talking about his spells at Chelsea or Everton, in the Championship specifically, because he's been better.
Well, if he plays like he did against Millwall, wouldn't surprise me if he gets some more results. Just want to say thanks, Joe Edwards, you ruined my life. But Lampard, he could do something. If he wins against West Brom, I might actually take him seriously. But I don't know, because again, it's Lampard. But if he can do results in the Championship, then you just know this is the right level for him, and what does he need to do to take that next step to become a better manager, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So plenty of stuff going on in the Champions League as well. Oh yeah, but currently,
Are Liverpool winning?
Liverpool, they're playing they beat Girona 1-0 to Liverpool in that match, and
already.
Yes, Shakhtar Donetsk drawing 1-1 with Bayern already, so there have been 2 goals in that inside 13 minutes. And Sporting are currently beating Club Brugge, and Villa are currently beating Leipzig.
Can I just say, how people say Gyökeres is the best striker in the world right now? Can I just say he only scored 2 against Millwall in his whole career? Just want to say he scored less against us than he did Man City in one game. He scored a hat-trick against Man City in the first game and scored twice in 5 for us. We are the best team in the league.
How many did he score against? Let me find out how many did he score against.
I don't think he actually scored against Norwich. I think he only got assists.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he got 2 assists, maybe.
2 assists? Those aren't goals, aren't they?
We're not doing this.
Yeah. So hopefully we can potentially do this again at some point this week when we've got
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday when we've got more to talk about. I've got a mock exam on Thursday, so that'll be a nice way to end the day.
Oh.
Yep.
Nice.
And hopefully we can hopefully maybe before Christmas or maybe around after we can find some, you know, football to go to as football friends. Football friends, yeah.
Oh, thanks. Good video between his reference.
Yes, good old in between. So, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. I hope you have enjoyed both of us yapping on.
No NFL surprise this time. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I didn't really know what to mention about that, because
I know what I did mention, but I'm not mentioning it.
yeah, my NFL knowledge is depleted, too depleted. So yeah, thanks very much for tuning in. Hope you did enjoy this one. Please do consider liking and subscribing to me and my good friend Surefire here. So, thanks very much for tuning in, and we'll see you all again very, very soon.
Yeah.